Hello friends and loved ones, and welcome to another edition of Classic MMA Revival. It's me, the most dangerous man alive today, back to bring you some ye old MMA action. With today's episode, I bring to you Universal Vale Tudo Fighting number 1. This event, which was held on April 5th of 1996, was one of the many Brazilian Vale Tudo promotions featuring bare-knuckle, no-holds-barred fighting. Strangely, this inaugural Universal Vale Tudo fighting event was held not in Brazil, but in Japan, Tokyo, Japan to be exact. And it was held at the Komazawa Olympic Gymnasium, which had been built prior in 1964 for the Summer Olympics that were held in Tokyo that year. Universal Vale Tudo Fighting, founded in 1996, was one of the low-rent Brazilian Vale Tudo promotions, with Vale Tudo Championships and later International Vale Tudo Championships being the premier Vale Tudo promotions originating out of Brazil, with other promotions like Brazilian Vale Tudo Fighting and Nagase Vale Tudo Challenge bringing up the rear. I can't tell you who was behind UVF because who the fuck really knows? I wish I could text Wallid Ismail and ask him, maybe he could fill us in. Our event tonight features 8 fights, and 6 of those fights feature fighters who have appeared in our ever-loved Pride Fighting Championships, with the main event featuring a whopping 2 former Pride superstars. Huge asterisks on that statement. Superstar is subjective. Anyway, it's time for fighting, so why don't we just press play here and see what happens. I'm pressing play in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, here I got my notes ready. All right, we got black screen. Here we go. About 10 seconds of black screen there. And we've got UAP, or is it VAP? UAP or VAP, I still have not figured out and have no care to really look up and figure out who the fuck, if this is a U or a V at the beginning of that. I have no interest whatsoever in actually searching and figuring it out. And there is our gymnasium there, the Komazawa Olympic Gymnasium. Kind of cool looking building. Built specifically for the 64 Olympics. So I don't figure it'd get much use these days. Maybe for low tier events like this. There's the stagehands, the carnies setting up the ring and the chairs. I wonder how much that job pays. They have a lot of guys there, so I wonder if they're all paid in bulk. There's Yohil de Oliveira, Ebenezer Fontes Braga, Baby Blue Eyes, the Pedro. He gave a little smirk. Not sure who that is. There's Wallid Ismail. Look at that. Carlos Burrito. He's there too. Koji Katao. Wow, what a star. The sun is setting and oh my god. Wallid, warn us before you fucking come on screen, please. Could you imagine being in bed and Wallid on top of you staring intently into your eyes, this fucking unblinking gaze? There's Carlos. I like them glasses. He looks like Morpheus. Mikhail Lucan, Russian badass, one of only 2 men to hand Igor Volchanchin a loss prior to 2000. Igor only lost twice prior to meeting Mark Coleman in the 2000 Grand Prix final. Hugo Duarte, looking, I don't know, I almost don't recognize him. The Pedro, he looks like he has Down syndrome. Okay, there you go. Koji Katao, megastar. I think there was probably maybe some hype or some excitement for Koji Katao coming out into MMA here. He had a disgraced sumo wrestler. Still, sumo was big in Japan up until this time. I don't think sumo is as big in Japan after the 90s. But I don't know. I don't live in Japan, so I couldn't tell you. I'm just taking a wild guess here, slightly educated guess here. I wouldn't imagine sumo wrestling still has the same, you know, allure in Japan that it used to have, like, prior. Wow, look at this. Bright greens and blues. This is a Brazilian Vale Tudo promotion. It does not look like it. Where's the dingy basement in the cage? We're going to be fighting in a ring here. A brightly lit room. And it looks like this is being presented entirely for a Japanese audience. We saw the Russian flag there, the Australian flag, the Japanese flag, the Brazilian flag, and the US flag. So I guess that must be the nationalities of all our fighters here. I gotta clear my throat. Hold on. There we go. Here's our amazing parade of fighters. Wow, Pride, take note. This is how you do it. They just shuffle out. And they're gonna get into the ring here. The Pedro bringing up the rear. This does not look like a Brazilian promotion. This looks like a Japanese promotion. Is Universal Vale Tudo Fighting, in fact, a Brazilian promotion? I know the rest of their events would happen in Brazil, I'm pretty sure. And it's got a lot of Brazilian fighters in it. So this is kind of confusing me. Because this looks like a brightly lit Japanese sort of event, like U Japan Super Fighting or the Shoot Boxing-esque Cup, or even Pancrase, you know. Wow, here comes our other parade of fighters, the opponents to the men in the ring. And where's Koji Kitao? Is he gonna get special treatment here and announced last? Oh god, Ribeiro. Antonio Ribeiro and Wallid Ismail and holy shit, Carlos Burrito is a tall motherfucker. He's like 6'3", isn't he? And is Koji Kitao getting top billing? Look at all these Japanese cameramen. Okay, maybe Koji Kitao is not coming out. Okay, what's happening here? I'm confused now. Oh, what's going on? Oh, what are you doing? Get back in line, Mikhail. And Hugo Duarte is out there too. What are you guys doing? Is this going as planned? Oh, here comes Tadao Koji. He had just announced his name, and there's a smattering of applause. Here he goes. Oh my god, look at him, he's fucking pumped for this. Holy shit, I've never seen Koji Kitao smile. The iconic Koji face from Pride 2 or Pride 3 where he's got this just sullen mug on his face as he realizes all his dreams are gone and he's a washed up fucking nobody. Anyway, it's good to see Koji Kitao enthusiastic, happy, and energetic. I like it. He's of course pretty much way bigger than everybody else. I think only Ebenezer or Carlos Burrito kind of matches him in height. But I think Koji Kitao is like 6'5". There's the Pedro. He made up his own fucking turtlenecks. Who makes their own fucking turtlenecks with their name on it? Who would do that? You've got issues if you make your own shirt and you make it a turtleneck. Is he trying to be preppy? Doesn't he know he's a thug from the streets? Look at Koji Kitao. He's fucking ready to go. And now they're just going to shuffle out of the fucking ring. I give this parade of fighters a 3 out of 10. Try again. And here's our two ring announcers or commentators. So this show is entirely targeted for the Japanese market. And it's a Brazilian, this is strange. Why would they do this? It's a Brazilian promotion. Were they trying to maybe break into the Japanese market? Did they think the Japanese market would be more lucrative? And it's half filled. They zoomed out here. They shouldn't have zoomed out. If they had a good director, they would have known not to pull out there. Anyway, let's get into fight number 1, which features Yohil de Oliveira. He's going to be taking on Akira Nagase. Yohil was 26 years old here, and he had a record of 1-1. He's from Brazil, and he had just started fighting back in 1994, starting at Nagase Challenge Vale Tudo in July of 94. He beat Paulo de Jesus at Nagase Challenge Vale Tudo. Akira Nagase, meanwhile, he's from Japan, I correctly assume. And I have no other information on him other than this is his first fight. I tried to pull up some info on him, didn't get anywhere fast, so I gave up. That's what you get out of this show. Mild attempts to figure out who these guys are. And if I don't get anywhere in the first 5 minutes, I literally do just give up. So if you have any information on Akira Nagase and you would like to share it, please do so in the comments. And maybe when I do UVF number 2 down the road, I'll mention it. Thanks. So there's Akira. Great name. There's our fluffy-haired ring announcer. Koji de Oliveira. What is on Yohil's head? Saw. Yeah, so his shirt says SAW. What is SAW? What does that stand for? I recognize it kind of, but maybe I'm wrong. And what is Yohil? Is he gonna wrestle? Is he gonna fight in a fucking sweatshirt? Come on, this is fucking making it look totally amateurish. Yohil, take your. Oh my god! Look at these pants. Ooh, where the fuck do you get pants like that? Only in the 90s. Oh my god. If I could, I would legitimately buy. There was 2 there. There was the purple ones and the gray ones. I would legitimately buy those pants if I could, in an ironic sort of way. They're so ugly, they're cool. Like a dumb millennial, you know. I would buy those pants and sport them out in public. It would be so high level cool. Nobody would get it, but then they would think, oh, he's one of them ironic wannabe cool guys. Anyway, Yohil here is making this look totally amateurish by not taking off his sweatshirt. And what's that white thing on his head? Is that a band-aid or a white patch of hair? Anyway, round 1. Nagase sort of ducks there. Yohil here looking like nice stance. Looks like he doesn't have much fear from Nagase here. Nagase, tries to catch that kick and takes him to the mat here. But Yohil's right up and all over him. Has his back. Works him off the ropes here. Gets over underhooks. Over under control. Now he gets his hooks in. He has his back mostly. He's kind of in an awkward position here. Tries to punch the head. Ooh, nice little slug to the ear. That one didn't really land. Nagase going for some sort of toe hold maybe. He's just going to pull the toes back, which can work. I've done it before in training where I just grabbed a guy's foot and threatened to fucking pull his toes backwards, and he tapped out. Oh, sharp elbows right to the back of the head. Is that legal, ref? Is that Sergio Battarelli, the man behind IVC? Or not behind IVC. He was like, I don't know what he had to do. He was a ref for the Brazilian promotions and also a matchmaker, but I don't think he was officially involved like on a ownership level of any of the... Yeah, that's a band-aid on Yohil's head there. I wonder if he got cut in training by someone doing those same exact elbows he's doing on Nagase. But anyway, Sergio Battarelli, I think he's just like a matchmaker guy who arranges talent and does some referee work for the Brazilian events. Don't know much more about him. Whoa, Nagase there gets out. Nicely done. Now put your hands up, close your fist, and throw a punch, Nagase. The way he's just sort of daintily holding his hands here. Ooh, he got surprised with that inside leg kick. Yohil's looking loose here. He's looking good. I think he has no fear of Nagase at all. Like, no fear of his hands. No fear this guy's going to do anything. And Nagase's not offering him anything. Look at how he's holding his hands. Oh, he gets slugged 1 or 2 times. That's smart. That's smarted. He's like, that's smart. As he winces his face. The way he's daintily holding his hands as if he's in a karate match or something like that. He shoots in, terrible shoot. Is he a wrestler? Why are you shooting in on this guy? Yohil looks uber confident. Holy fuck. Ooh, he rages in there and clips him. Oh, kick to the face. Don't think he got all of that one, though. He's on top in a forward headlock. Now he gets over under arm control, and he's going to get his hooks back in here. Nagase's not offering much. Nagase should roll. He should roll, buck out, stand up. Oh, he eats a knee, a little soft knee there. Yohil tries again. Uppercuts. That's hurting Nagase. He doesn't like that. Ooh, pushes the legs aside. Yohil's looking awesome here. He's looking fucking great. He should have fought like this against Antonio Schembri when we last saw him in Pride 14. Oh, look at that goose egg forming under Nagase's eye. That is not good. That's going to be like, that's a target. Just like a glowing target. Yohil here is just sort of stalking him. He should. You've seen what this guy can do on both the ground and on his feet. Why are you stalking him? Get in there. Like, right fucking now. Axe kick. Jump in there. He's offering no defense. I mean, in fact, his best defense is right here. When you're at the end of him, you can't get in there, so he's not really worried right now. Get in there and fucking punch him. He has no ability to stop you. Yohil. Unless Yohil's just taking a breather here. But I would be screaming at him if I was in his corner. I'd be like, you've seen what this motherfucker can't do. Like, he can't defend or hurt you. There you go. Get in there. Punch him. Schembri. Ooh, nice little. He's raining down fists here. Holy fuck. Oh! Did you see that? Nagase did not like that. And that was right on his boo-boo. Right on his swollen cheek. Nice little short punch there. Now there's a defined goose egg growing under Nagase's right eye there. Schembri, again, why are you back here at the end of his feet? Get right back in there. Just go to town. Are you taking a breather? He's afraid he's gassing himself out. Wow. What maturity and sort of experience Yohil's showing here for such a young age. And Nagase's bleeding out of the mouth. Yohil here, this is only his 3rd fight. He's maybe, if he's taking a breather here, not wanting to gas himself out, I would say, wow, experience beyond his years. But I don't think that's what he's doing. I think he's just sort of plotting and pacing here. He should just fucking rage right in. This guy is ready to be taken out. Oh boy. Well, let's wait for Yohil to fucking do something, because we know Nagase's not going to do anything. He's just going to lay there. Yohil, you could be at this position for 10 minutes, and he's not going to fucking move. He's so afraid to engage you right now that he's willing to just sit here. He has no plans. He's not thinking of anything. The only thing he's thinking of right now is, how do I not get punched anymore? Okay, now Yohil said, he's fucking smoked him. Oh, God. Look at this guy with the glasses right there. He saw that full force, and he doesn't even change his expression. There's a cameraman. Wow. That was, a headbutt. Nice little short one. That one didn't really get much off. Yohil here is really aggressive from a high, full guard. Oh, that was Nagase's first attack. He throws his an up kick there. Nagase should stand up, should get off of his back and try to fight. He should try to fight. Like, stand up and throw a fist or two and see what Yohil has for you. You can't just cower on the mat here. If I was in Nagase's corner, I would scream at him, say, grab an ankle, stand up. Like, go to grab an ankle. He's going to obviously defend that because even though he probably doesn't have much worry over you, if you grab an ankle, there's a threat that you could trip him and take him down. So he's going to defend. You grab his ankle, stand up. And as you're sort of inside on his body, you just start fucking swinging. And then back away and see what happens. Another up kick there by Nagase, though it didn't really get close. Shembri here now, just like, give me your feet. Oh my god. I gotta silence my phone here. I forgot to silence it. Okay. It's about time you finish this, Yohil, don't you think? He grabs the feet again. Okay, what are you going to do with this? He's fucking kicking at you. That's his... So far, Nagase has 4 attempted strikes, and they're all little kicks from his back on the ground. But see, that going back to what Nagase should do, he should... If he stands straight up, he might get kaplowed with a punch. But if he tries to go for an ankle and gets Yohil to focus on that, he could stand up, be inside on the body, maybe get a body lock, or just be inside on the body, get his fist inside, and when he pushes away, just swing overhand fists, and maybe you clip him. But at least that way, if you don't clip him, you've created separation, and now you're in a position where you can be on equal footing with him. Because right now, this is... Yohil, what are you fucking... Yes, get in there and finish this fight, please. Oh, smashed him. That hurt. Oh, and that one hurt too. Wow. Now he's... Maybe he was just regaining his energy, because now he's fucking going crazy on him. Kapow, that was like a slap. Boom. He's going for palm strikes. He's punching with the left and palm strikes with the right. Ow, that was a palm strike. That probably just irritated Nagase there. Just slapped him right in the side of the face. Oh, bell rings. End of round 1. Nagase looks all sorts of fucked up. I think he's got a welt over his left eye. I think his bruised... Oh, he's got a cut on his bruise on his cheek now. The ref is conferring, who I think is Sergio Battarelli. He's conferring with the corner of Nagase. Is that Yohil's dad? That might be Yohil's dad. Academia Budokan. Japanese labeled water. Oh, look at the size of that fucking... Oh, and that's it. The fight's over. Yohil de Oliveira, winner! After 1 round, which I assume is due to Dr. Stoppage. So what would become of our 2 fighters here? It would be 4 years until Yohil would debut in Pride, which was at Pride 12. Of course, he was supposed to debut at Pride 9 earlier in 2000, but got his ass burnt, literally, by fireworks that were a part of his ring entrance. At this point in our reviews of Pride, we'll only get to see Yohil once more at Pride the Best of Volume 1, where he will take on Daiju Takase. Piece of shit, Daiju Takase. Akira Nagase, meanwhile, he would retire from pro fighting and become a LASIK eye surgeon in the rural countryside of Nagata. Now it's time for fight number 2. This one is going to see Ebenezer Fontes Braga taking on Naohisa Karemera. Ebenezer was 27 years old here. He's from Brazil, of all places, and his record coming into this bout was 2-1. Karemera, meanwhile, he is of unknown age, likely to be from Japan, going by his name, and this was his debut fight. Could you tell I couldn't find much information about Karemera? Or else I would have more information on him. Anyway. It's another young Brazilian taking on an assumed young yet unknown Japanese man. It's Taj! And wait, this music, this 90s pop rock is fucking jamming. I hope I don't get a copyright flag for this, but actually I kind of do want to get a copyright flag for it, because I want to find out the name of this royalty-free music that they're using. And here comes Karemera. He kind of has like that dead gaze of the fucking Korean zombie. Holy fuck. Are his eyes open? Does he have like white contact lenses in his eyes? Holy shit. Was that his name you just announced there? Didn't sound like he said Ebenezer, but I could be wrong. Look at this fucking guy. Who is this guy? Is he a pro wrestler? What is SAW? It's so familiar, but I could be wrong. Is that a pro wrestling organization? What is it? Now, somebody's got to know who's watching this. Is he gonna leave the shirt on? I know there's no way Braga's fighting in that long ass shirt, and he's also out of the Academia of Budokan. Same as Yohil. So is Fontes Braga? He looks like a Muay Thai fighter here with his trunks. And yeah, Karemera's leaving his fucking shirt on. Oh wow, he tries to trick Braga with a punch and then shoots in. Not a good idea here. Wow. I guess he's trying a different... Whoa, fuck. Okay, so Braga is like way bigger than you. His frame is way bigger. He's way taller. You decide to grapple with him, and he just overpowers you and trips you. Now he's got your back. And those are hurting, even though he's got his hands wrapped around his back of his head and neck. Those are still fucking hurting. Especially right on the knuckles. Oh, he's got a leg. He trips Braga. Whoa! Did you fucking see that punch from Braga? Holy fuck, was that a punch? But maybe it didn't connect, or maybe it did bust open Karemera here. That punch was like, you little bastard, you just fucking took me down like you're in a street fight. And he fucking blasted him. Holy mackerel. Oh, and Karemera here is going for an ankle lock of some sort, and he gets blasted again. Forward headlock position, kind of, for Braga. He's got his leg on the inside. And Karemera here is content to just hold on to this leg. He should let go. Try to back out of this and defend his face, but I guess he doesn't want to be punched, so he just wants to get his head in somewhere that is not going to be punched. But I don't think he's going to find that position here. Wow, he's just getting fucking smoked here with these elbows. Ouch, fucking concussion. And finally he goes to try and protect his fucking head. Wow, he's busted open, bleeding. And Fontes Braga's savage here. Holy fuck. He is just killing this guy. This is crazy. There's a mouthpiece. That's got to be Karemera's. Oh, he gets fucking blasted again there. Ooh, oh, that kind of hit the fucking arm. Braga here is just having his way. Karemera's offering nothing. Karemera hasn't thrown a strike. He faked a strike. But if Karemera should, I don't know, try to fucking jam his thumb into his fucking nerves or somewhere, like behind his knee, do something to fucking make Braga react here. Ooh, little knee doesn't really get much off on that. Wrist control. Oh, another knee. Yeah, it was okay. Is he gonna go for another knee here? Maybe not. Braga. Going back to remembering what I was talking about here. Braga's wearing tight trunks, but he's fighting out of Yohil's gym. Yohil's Luta Livre. Is Braga Luta Livre too? There's a lot of Luta Livre guys in this show. There's Yohil, Braga, I assume. Hugo Duarte. The Pedro. I think the only Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy in this is Carlos Burrito. Whoa! Oh God, was that a fucking punch? That he's dead. Oh my God, that under the arm uppercut was fucking brutal. Holy shit! Braga starched him. That was terrible. Karemera, what were you doing here? That was pathetic. Oh, anyway. What would happen to our two fighters here? Ebenezer would tear it up in Brazil after this, going 7-2-1 until his eventual debut in Pride, which is at Pride 6. During his streak there, he would only lose to Kevin Randleman, which was at UVF number 6 in March of 97, which was also the very last UVF. And then he would lose to Dan the Beast Severn at IVC 1. That's International Vale Tudo Challenge in July of 97. In fact, if you're interested in International Vale Tudo Challenge Championship or Challenge, it's one of the two. Number one, you should go check it out. I do a classic MMA revival for it right here on this channel. Karemera there needs help getting up. And look at that. Oh my God, I seen another spectacular pair of 90s cotton pants. They looked fucking fantastic. Karemera, meanwhile, he would have 2 more fights in his career. Wow, he would actually get in the ring again after this. Are you sure? He would have a loss and a draw. His next fight was at Daido Juko Wars number 5 in April of 95. His opponent was Saichi Saita, a fight that would be declared a draw. Did you see that? Was he goofing there? He gave the double thumbs up and nearly collapsed. Karemera's last fight of his career would be against Keiichi Yamamiya at Pancrase Trans 4 in June of 2000. Keiichiro would pick up a decision victory. After that, Karemera pursued his career in LASIK eye surgery and was never heard from again. It's on to fight number 3, which sees Antonio Carlos Ribeiro from Brazil. He's in the ring already, and he's of unknown age. And his MMA record was 1-0. His opponent is going to be Todd Medina, a native of California, USA, who was 26 years old and had an MMA record of 1-0. Todd Medina had appeared at UFC 5 prior to this, winning his first fight against Larry Curitun before losing to Dan Severn. What a mustache. That happened in April of 95. Then Todd went to Japan, of all places, to have a couple fights in Pancrase, believe it or not. All in 95. First at the 95 Pancrase anniversary, Pancrase 95 anniversary show. I had it backwards. He would lose there to Takaku Fuke via submission. Then he fought against Minoru Suzuki. Holy shit, talk about overmatched. That happened at Eyes of the Beast 6 in November of 95, which was also a submission loss. And that was Medina's last fight prior to UVF 1 here. Ribeiro, meanwhile, had appeared at Gaisi Vale Tudo Challenge number 2. Or is it Gaisi Challenge Vale Tudo? I think that's it. And that was in October of 95. He beat up Marcio C. with a TKO victory in the second round. I have to admit, I've only seen Todd Medina fight once, and it was at King of the Cage 4, I believe. He looks like a powerlifter here. He's got the body of a powerlifter. Wow, he's big. Ribeiro's very svelte, in shape. But I think he's given up about 20 or 25 pounds to Medina. Medina, was he this big in Pancrase? I'm going to have to go look up his Pancrase fights now, because all the Pancrase guys except for like Shamrock and Guy, Where Am I Masker? I mean, they were juiced up and buff. but you don't typically have these powerlifting looking guys in Pancrase, so I may have to look for those fights. Ribeiro here has mount. Wow. Medina isn't offering him much in way of challenging this position. What are you doing, kitty? Yes, it's an appearance of the kitty. One of the kitties. One of two kitties. Ribeiro here offering some punches to Medina's head. Though he's getting a little bit of these punches, but not much. Medina really should be bucking, rolling, turning. Well, he bucked. There you go. Do more of that. He should be giving up position here, but keep turning. You know, turn to his belly, turn to his back, keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Eventually, you will dislodge your opponent just enough to be able to escape. But you got to move. You got to really hustle. And I don't think there's much hustle in Medina's his style here. He looks like he's built to just fucking lift things. All right, Ribeiro here. He's in mount. Did he lose the? No, he's still in mount here. He just got his kind of hooks in on the underside of the legs, which he would do to, I guess, if he wanted to flatten out Medina to control his leg movement there. But I don't think he should really. Well, unless Medina's got a strong grip here. Medina's holding him down, because I would posture up. I would plant my knees and posture up. And see what kind of happens from there. If it doesn't work out, if he's maybe, because I don't see Medina bucking and rolling. So if you posture up, and you might be able to get something good off, because he's not getting a whole lot off here. Kitty, if you fuck things up, I will punch you out of this room. Well, at least the kitty's entertaining me right now in this fight. There's an elbow there. Nice arms, nice muscular arms on Ribeiro. I can tell, I'm just going to assume here, looking by his arms, his arms are not like bulbous cut or bulbous bloated like Medina's. Medina looks like he's on some type of supplement. Ribeiro's arms are nice and cut, natural. Is what I'm trying to say here. He looks like he has naturally built arms. He doesn't look like he's on any type of juice, but I could be wrong. Just my observation. Medina's bloated muscles here. His shoulders, maybe not so much his biceps. I've seen his bicep there. His bicep didn't look all that impressive. So maybe not. Maybe he was on some type of supplement, but maybe not like a full steroid. Who fucking cares at this point? Right? Oh, sharp elbows right to the back of the head. Medina's just absorbing them. He's not doing anything here. What are you doing? Like, what is your expectation is going to come from this position? You're just holding him here, and he's having he's going to fucking town on the back of your head, and like you're just sitting there holding him. You're not moving or anything. He's trying to control the arms here. Ribeiro's kind of postured up now and raking him across the face. Woo! Oh, Medina gives up his back. Ribeiro's going for a choke here. He's got it. No, maybe not. Maybe it was over the chin. Looked like it might have been under the chin. Medina rolls here. Ribeiro's loosely got his hooks in, and now he's back on the mount. Is Medina cut? Maybe not. Ribeiro here should cross face. Medina, he's got an arm triangle working here. He could, if he wanted to, he could probably cinch it up, but he probably doesn't want to. He probably just wants to punch away. Medina loosely holding now his attempts to control Ribeiro. Now he's going for an arm triangle, but he's not. I don't think this is gonna happen here, Medina. What are you doing? He's trying to force an arm triangle into position. Oh, and he's using a momentum sweep here. He tried to muscle his way out of that. He could have. I think he could do it here if he put his legs behind. He swung his legs up behind Ribeiro and pushed him over. He might be able to get him in a momentum sweep. But he's just trying to muscle him over. Oh, he does. Actually, he's got him. Oh, he's turned him over. Wow. Big, powerful Medina is on top now. Oh, and he's going for a front guillotine choke. He's got it. That's pretty deep. Wow, he turns him over. He lost it. Oh, wow. Oh, Ribeiro tries to punch him. And Medina's going back for the guillotine. He's got it. Wow, he might have it here. Wrist underneath the chin, maybe? On the throat? Wow. He's just torquing him here. Wow. That is surprising. I am fucking color me surprised. Holy shit, I didn't think he was going to get that. Todd Medina's the winner via guillotine choke in the first round. This has been going pretty quick here. So what would become of our two fighters here? Todd Medina took 3 years off from MMA after this and would have a sporadic career after that. His next fight would be against Gilbert Yvel at what appears to be a one-off World Vale Tudo Championship fight in Aruba, an event that only had one fight, apparently. That was in March of '99. Medina would lose to Gilbert Yvel via KO in the first round. He would then appear in various MMA promotions, with notable bouts against Daijiro Matsui, Vernon Tiger White, and Akira Soji in King of the Cage. He would also face Vanderlei Silva in Mecha Vale Tudo, and then Shannon Rich in Strike FC. He appears to have retired as of 2009, after a 6-fight win streak against low-level opponents. His record currently sits at 11-8-1. As for Antonio Ribeiro, he would only have a total of 5 fights in his career, ending his MMA endeavors in 2000. His next bout would be against Willie Peters 3 years after UVF 1 here, which was at WVC 8 in July of '99. With Willie losing via TKO due to a cut. Next would be his final MMA appearance at Heroes 1, a tournament where he would defeat his first opponent, but lose to his second opponent, who I really don't care or know who they are. Ribeiro would then focus on his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and is quite a formidable grappler in the gentle arts. What's happening now? I have no idea. This is not fight number 4. Is this some sort of exhibition like fucking Hickson Gracie and Hoyler did at Pride 6? Was it Pride 6 that they fucking did that? We had Ricardo Alberto somebody or another, and who's Valder Pimenta Jr. Who the 1970 to 77, he was what? Fucking judo champion or something or another. I assume these guys are, maybe these are the guys behind UVF. And they're judo. I mean, they're wearing maybe Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, either judo or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I'm going to assume Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but it could be judo. Is this guy? Are we sure this Japanese guy speaks Portuguese? He's got to think about it. Think about how to translate these words or what the meaning is. Or is he speaking broken English? No, it's Portuguese. So these must be the men, or is this guy the main promoter or owner behind UVF? Oh God, come on. The fucking Hoyler. Oh, that was a nice throw there. Is this, I mean, that was straight up fucking judo right there. Armbar. This is, do the Japanese people like this shit? Fucking, that was pretty sweet. But, I mean, Hoyler and Hickson did this. Whoa. Is that a fucking judo throw? Oh, fucking power slam. Scoop power slam. Nice roll here. So, I'm confused here. I mean, this is typically not Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, from what I have seen. Doesn't have so many throws. This might be a combination of both. Oh. Ooh, my foot. This guy with the ponytail. It's like, come here, you. Oh, God, I'm hurt. Oh, my arm. It's like, I'm going to get you. Oh, my foot. Oh, I fell on my ass. I'm going to punch. Ah, yo. It's like he's Sal Rosenberg. He's like, oh, karate chop. My schnoz. I'm getting real tired of you. Oh, I fell and my glasses broke. It's his shoes fell off. He's like, I fell and my shoes fell off. It's Sal Rosenberg. If you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, search for Sal Rosenberg and Jerky Boys. It's like it's a prank call. You gotta know what the Jerky Boys are. Come on. If you fucking were born in the 80s, you know, and you grew up in the 90s, you gotta know what the fuck the Jerky Boys are. Oh, now he's just fuck. What is going on here? Is this necessary? It was funny. Oh, God. Yes, of course. It's easy to connect these kicks when the guy, you know exactly what is going to happen. All right. I have had just about enough of this. It's time to get the fucking show on the road. Let's go. Is that it? Are we all done? Thank you. Yes. A smattering of applause. Let's get back to brutal fighting. Judo. You said judo. I heard judo. Now they're showing judo. Judo trip. Oh, now he does one. Wow. Now they're actually going back and forth, huh? Whoa, judo throw. Armbar. Oh, it takes him down. Oh, momentum. Oh, armbar. Great stuff. Wow. Okay, that's enough of that. They're tired. He's choking him. Oh, come here. Some gi chokes here. Oh, you can't get me now. Nope. Ooh, neck crank. Head crank. Rear naked choke. Another gi choke. Oh, neck crank from the back. Armbar. Okay, we get the fucking point here. Oh, God. Straight armbar. Fantastic. Great. Maybe if they applaud wildly, the men will get the fuck out of the ring. Alright. So time for more fighting. God, I hope so. I really hope. There we go! It's time for Fight 4, which I am calling the Piss Break fight, though that should have been the Piss Break. This fight features two Who's, with Michael Stam taking on Marcelo Mendes. I have no information on either of these men. Michael Stam is maybe from Australia? He's wearing a Speedo, so I can only assume an Australian would have the balls to wear a Speedo in this. He had actually previously fought against John Dixon and his holy shirt at Oklahoma Free Fight Federation earlier in '96, so I take that back. He's not Australian. He's got to be American fighting at Oklahoma Free Fight Federation. John Dixon surprisingly KO'd Michael. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. Kind of embarrassing. And was John Dixon still wearing his holy shirt back in 1995? Marcelo Mendes is maybe from Australia? He looks. Is he really Marcelo Mendes? Or did we see Marcelo Mendes and this is Michael Stam? I'm so confused. Holy shit, this guy looks like a fucking strong man. He should be in one of them World's Strongest Men competitions. Who is this guy? This doesn't look like a Marcelo. Oh my god, what fucking is going on here? That's Michael Stam. The other guy is Marcelo. That's Marcelo Mendes. There we go. Yay! We figured it out. Marcelo is from Brazil. He had previously lost to Murilo Bustamante way back in 91 at Defecio Jiu-Jitsu versus Luta Livre. I guess in that fight, Marcelo had an injury leading to a TKO loss. See, I was confused because I wrote this assuming that Michael Stam came out first, and not Marcelo. So Marcelo, I figured it out. See, we got it. Michael Stam here. Looks like a big lifting guy, a powerhouse here. Whew, look at that hand movement there. Marcelo here with what is this technique? You got a guy who kind of knows how to hold his hands for boxing, and another guy who looks like a baggy. I don't know how you describe him. Like he's gonna do some sweet breakdancing maybe, or some gentle movement. He does look totally faggy though. Come on, I'm not trying to say in like a sexual way he's a fag, but I'm saying he looks faggy. That's the only way. That's the perfect word to describe how Marcelo Mendes looks. He looks faggy. He's got his chin way out here, and if Michael Stam really knew how to throw a punch, he would jab him right to the chin. Really hard, and then send in a right, because Marcelo's got his hands way out. He just sort of, is he capoeira? Is he a capoeira fighter? He's luta libre, I think, because Murilo Bustamante is jiu-jitsu. So in Defecio Jiu-Jitsu versus luta libre, he had to represent luta libre. And this guy, you do not want this guy representing your martial art, because this fucking guy, oh my god, whoa, he ranges in there with a punch. Michael Stam might be not wanting to fight anymore. Come on, punch this fucking guy. Do you see who's standing in front of you? Do you see this guy? Seriously, do you see what he looks like? What was that? This is embarrassing. I mean, I know you don't judge a book by its cover, and maybe that's why Marcelo does this, so he can trick people out, wearing the sort of pinkish red trunks and holding his hands like that, like he's ready to dance. But if I saw this guy standing in front of me, I would take a shot. I would just say, fuck it. If he's like some crazy master, so be it. You gotta find out. You've got to find out. And standing far away from this guy is not gonna help you find out. So, I mean, you've got to gauge this guy. You got to feel him out. I mean, okay, I'm all for 100%. I know this from experience. You've got to feel a fighter out. You don't run in with reckless abandon, but you can't really feel a fighter out too much standing on the outside just holding your hands, unless you're waiting to see what his strikes are like and you want to counter, or just see what type of threat he's going to pose in stand-up with his kicks or his punches. But Stam right now, he's not going to be able to figure anything out unless he gets in there and jabs maybe once or twice. You've been on the outside for long enough. This guy, look at him. Look at this fucking guy. He's like Don Flamingo from Punch-Out. Oh my god. Oh, that was a solid leg kick that came from a mile away and you could see it coming. I don't think Stam knows how to check a leg kick. I don't think he knows how to punch. Michael Stam, do you know how to fight? This fucking guy, look at this guy. Oh my god, just punch his face. Michael Stam just punched his fucking face. It's asking to be punched. He's got his bottom lip pushed out. His chin is up. Oh, fuck me. I should go fucking take a piss. Come back and see what's happened. I am this close to fucking going out, going to the bathroom and taking a piss. Oh, fuck. I swear. There better be some explosions coming here. A little jab slap there from Marcelo. Is this guy really a fighter? Is this a troll? This guy's like trolling back before trolling was a thing. It's got to be, right? This guy is not... Marcelo is not serious, is he? Who's that? Oh, fuck me. 5 minutes passed. Now the crowd is getting restless because now they were like in a fucking black hole. They didn't realize how much time had passed. And now they found out I've been sitting here for 5 minutes. Yes, let's see something happen. So Marcelo moves in. Stam here should be able to overpower him. This guy's tiny. Fucking, he's holding the ropes, that cheating fuck. Use your power. Take him down. A little soft knee. Okay, what are you going for? A guillotine here? Oh, little punches the back of the head. Ooh. Ooh, 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 that smarts. Oh, Stam now is starting to try and pour it on. Little punches here. Oh, come here, you. Look at this fucking guy. He's like, you didn't hurt me, son. You didn't hurt me. You thought that hurt? I'm a fighter. I'm ready to fight you. It's my Gomer pile. I'm ready to fight you right now. I'm going to punch you in the face. I'm going to punch you in the face right now. You get close to me, I'm going to punch you. Oh, boy. If they show his face again, I'll do it some more if they show his face again. I'm waiting for it. Look at Stam's haircut. Like, he's got the really high his hair is fading fast. He might as well just clip that stuff up there and pull off the, you know, the math teacher look. No, Stam tries to punch him. Marcelo looks to get away. Whoa, he just fucking flings him away. Yeah, use your power there. Now maybe Stam's fired up. This bell is gonna ring. It's gonna be one round down and nothing's happened. What the fuck? You there to fight or just fucking circle? Motherfuckers. Jeez. This shit. This fucking shit, man. Punch him! Throw a punch! I swear to Jesus, I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna kick you. It's like how you like kicks. I swear to Jesus, I'm just gonna punch you right. Oh, God. Kitty. This fight fucking sucks. God, no! Just punch him, hurt him. I'll kick you. Oh, God. This is bad. This is awful. Yes, Kitty, it's awful. Awful fight. This is embarrassing for both men. Okay, Michael Stam got beat by Confirmed Tomato Can. Did he throw a kick there? Confirmed Tomato Can. Journeyman Tomato Can. John Dixon beat him. And now he's fighting Kitty. Now he's fighting this flamboyant, faggy-looking guy who. Oh, what kind of kick was that? Oh my God, Michael Stam is bad. He has no striking. Marcelo rushes in. Michael Stam knees him. Michael Stam obviously has him hugely outweighed here. Has a lot more power than him. Fucking. Oh, Marcelo here is just. I don't know what his game plan is, but he's got to realize that Michael Stam here doesn't have much striking. But maybe, I guess, the counter to that is like the fucking negative zone here. Marcelo doesn't have any striking either. Because he's only dangerous to you, Marcelo, is if you get in on him and you let him get a hold of you. Because obviously he's got way more power than you in strength. So how are you going to beat him? Leg kicks? Okay, you're going to chop him down? Are you going to maybe go for a surprise submission on the ground? Do you know how to do that? What? Oh. Fuck. It's 10 minutes down. Wow. Does he think he won that round? Is there judges for this shit? Can we call an end to this match right now? I'm a little hard on Marcelo here, calling him faggy. I don't feel bad about it. Like I've said something wrong. I still think he's faggy. But maybe I'm a little too hard on him. I should maybe show the fighters a little more respect. But no, not really. I have no regrets. I never apologize for anything I've said. I have no regrets over anything I've ever said. I wonder if those are his own personal little swim trunks that he's wearing in that color. Confirmed for gay, if those are his personal trunks. Nobody owns a pair of trunks like that. Look at that sweater from that commentator. It is fantastic. I love this 90s Japanese style. It's like 3 or 4 years behind American style, because at this point in America, 95, like that fucking weird patterns and colors and soft cotton material for pants and shirts was going away. Like it was gone by a 95. You know, that it came about 90, 91, 92, you know, Saved by the Bell years. You know, you had the Zach Morris, like Zach Morris wore some fucking goofy patterns and colors like that. But that was gone in America. Japan seems like it's 3 or 4 years behind the style of America. All right, let's go, boys. Round 2, fight. You're in a fight here. There's people that have paid to watch this. So give them something to fucking see. Get him, Stam. Hurt him. Yes, there you go. Oh, Marcelo gets in on him. He's trying to take him down. Wow, he does it. Oh, he rolls over. Stam rolls too. Stam is trying to overpower him, but Marcelo's all over him, and he's going to take his back here. Punches. Oh, Stam got clipped. Stam is hurt. Marcelo's trying to float over his back and maybe pin down an arm, but nope. Stam is standing up now. Stam is upright. No, and Marcelo falls, and Stam, what the fuck was that? You're terrible. Why would you choose that strike? I almost want to cry here. Like, my voice is breaking. Why would you choose that strike? Bad. Marcelo with a nice left. Stam, do something. I swear I'm gonna hurt you. Oh boy. Oh my god, now we're back to this. I am hoping that what are we looking at here? Oh, Marcelo with a kick. Okay, that's the second leg kick he's delivered. Is there significant damage to the back of his leg after one kick? Is that where the camera was showing that? Oh, fuck me. What? Oh, boy. I'm definitely taking a break after this fight. I'm gonna fucking need it. Whoa, Stam moves in. Oh, no. That was not good. Oh, my God. Okay, Stam, get closer and part. Whoa, whoa, no. Oh, cheating fuck. Oh, boy. What the fuck? I guess, okay. Get back in the ring. He rolled himself out of the fucking ring. Did you clonk your head? Are you okay? I guess he's okay. We're back to fighting. We're back to circling. Because there's not a whole lot of fighting happening. I could have taken a piss. I fucking could have. Oh my God. Oh, what? What happened there? Oh, not paying attention. Leg kick. Get him, Stam. Come on. Oh, another leg kick. Okay, you should have been doing this in round 1, Marcelo. Like, chop him down. Like, seriously, that's what I would have been doing. I mean, you look at the guy, he's way powerful than me. What can I do? Leg kicks. Another grappling. Oh, what is Stam doing here? Is he trying to choke him? Is that your choke? What happened? Well, at least they're mixing it up now. Okay, the situation has improved. The men are now mixing it up. But Stam looks like he's gassed himself out. He's breathing heavy and he's cut. Oh, this is not good. He's breathing heavy. He's cut. He's holding his arms. His hand. Way he's holding his hand is only slightly better than Marcelo. Ooh, nice little chopping punch there, though. That kind of connected. It's only slightly better than the open faggy hands of Marcelo here. He's holding his hands like knuckles, like sort of outward, almost like maybe like a straight Muay Thai sort of way. Is he got Muay Thai training in his background? He doesn't fucking have the striking, so I would say no. Maybe he saw that in a movie. Ooh, he goes in for a jab but just misses. Maybe he saw Bloodsport. You know that Brazilian guy in Bloodsport, the one that was that eventually had the fight. He was like set up as like one of the bad guys. The Muay Thai guy. He held his hands out. Kind of cool guy. Oh, so what the fuck has happened? Is that Stam's blood all over him? Oh, Stam is fucking just sort of all over him here. Is Stam? Yeah, Stam's gushing blood out of his nose now. Yikes. That's like a faucet. Holy shit. It is just pouring out. Oh, what had happened? What are you doing? Oh, the crowd is fucking pissed over this. Oh, God. That's not going to stop, Stam. What, are you afraid that he's got AIDS? Because he's bleeding on you? Are you afraid of blood? Are you afraid of AIDS? Do you not like the blood? Is that what you're telling the ref? Like, I don't want this fucking guy bleeding on me. And now the ref is like, hey, he's really afraid of the bloody nose. And now is Mendes talking to his corner, saying, listen, I don't want this guy bleeding on me. AIDS? Like, he's like, don't bleed on me anymore, please. I'm really disgusted and grossed out by it. Oh, fuck me. Whoa, what? Like he's throwing up football. He threw that punch like he's throwing a football. He really doesn't want to get close. He doesn't want any more blood on him. Knee, and here comes blood on your face. Stam's like blowing his nose right in his face. The ref is in there. Like, stop bleeding on him. He doesn't want your blood on him anymore. He must be really sensitive to bloodborne illnesses, and he's very afraid of catching something. Stam knee. Those are better knees. Marcelo looks like he's lost the will to fight. Looks like he just doesn't fucking care anymore. He's given up. Like, he's like, I'm done. Now he's running away. Oh, God. He's jogging around him. He's given up. He doesn't care anymore. He, like, straight up doesn't care for this. He doesn't want to be there anymore. Were you going to get out of the ring? He's ready to leave. He's over this. He's, like, totally over this. Oh, he got rocked there. He is not at. He's telling his corner to throw the towel. What? What? What is happening? Is there counting in this? Is he so grossed out by the blood? Is he gotten injured somehow? And now they're cleaning Stam's nose. Neutral corner. Oh, God. What was this? What happened? What is Marcelo doing? Wow, this was pathetic. Horrible fight. Stam, you looked awful. You shouldn't be celebrating. So what would become of our two awesome fighters here? This was the last fight for both these men. Who cares? Next fight. Actually, not next fight. I'm going to pause it right here so I can go take a break. A much needed break after that fucking mess. And we'll resume with Fight 5, which is going to be Wallid Ismail taking on Dennis Kefalinos, who might be our Australian. We shall find out when I come back. All right, we're back. Let's finish this off here. See what happens. Fight 5 here. Our next fight is gonna feature Wallid Ismail taking on Dennis Kefalinos, who that is obviously has to be Dennis Kefalinos. We know it's not Wallid Ismail because he doesn't have giant bulging eyes like a marsupial. But coincidentally enough, I'd say that he might be Australian. Because I think he's the only Australian here, but I don't know for sure. We're just going to assume that. Wallid Ismail coming into this fight was 28 years old. He's from Brazil, of course, and his record was 1-0. Wallid had fought at previously and won at the Defacio event back in 1991. There he beat Eugenio Tadeu via TKO due to an injury. As for Dennis, his record is 0-0. And this is the reason why I call him Dennis Kefalinos. Because this is one of only 2 fights in his career that he's had. So, don't have high expectations for him. There's Wallid looking very, very serious. He's dressed in his gi. Very proud of that. Look at all the fucking shit he's got on his gi. What the fuck? This harkens back to Ensign Inoue and his flare that he had all over his gi when he did that grappling match with what's his fucking noggin? Kali Happy Apai. Close enough. There's old Wallid looking very svelte, trim, in shape. This is going to be bad for old Dennis here. He's going to get his ass stomped because, okay, so Wallid wasn't like some world beater, but he was a legitimately good fighter. I mean, he maybe didn't attain the success he should have. I mean, he could have been a true badass in the sport. I think he had definitely all the tools. Maybe his stand-up. Whoa! High kick there by Dennis. He gets taken down right away by Wallid. This is not going to be good. Because Wallid's grappling at this point, his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was very high level. I think it was around this time, maybe a year before, or right around this time, he would beat Royce Gracie in a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu match. Much hubbub about that. So yeah, Wallid is no slouch on the mat. Of course, trained by Carlson Gracie. Let's see what happens here. Wallid's working from side control. He works to mount. He's in mount. Not much defense or opposition offered from old Dennis here. I gotta turn this up a little. I can't hear. Wallid is, what kind of haircut is he sporting there? He's balding, but he still decided to shave the side of his head and leave like a strip around that goes around his bald spot. I should try that. I could pull it off. So I don't know what Wallid is going for here. So Wallid's in mount. I don't think Wallid's striking is much to write home about. His ground and pound isn't much to write home about. I think maybe that was the only flaw in his game. I think if he had worked really hard on his ground and pound, his standing striking, he could have been a powerhouse in the sport, at least in his weight class, which is what, 170, maybe 155. They said his weight in kilos, but what the fuck do I know what a kilo is? You think I'm American? You think I know anything about the metric system? There he goes. Oh, wow. Immediate tap. He's tapping. Holy shit. How many times has he got tapped here? Now, he didn't even... That choke wasn't even sunk in fully, and he was tapping out. Wow. He just wanted to get the fuck out of there. He's like, all right, yeah, I'm done. Wallid, what a badass. So what would become of our two fantastically fit fighters here? Wallid would go on to fight in Japan, in the UFC, in IVC, and of course in Pride. He would debut at Pride 4 against Akira Soji, and we saw him in our most recent Pride review, Pride 15, Raging Rumble. We'll next get to see old, ugly pug face Wallid at Bad Blood. As for Dennis would only have one more fight in his career, which would be at a Rings Australian event. Aha! He's Australian. This event was called NR3, and it was in 1999. He would lose via submission to Ryuki Uyama. And Dennis would then decide to pursue his dream of being a LASIK eye surgeon in Minonk, Illinois, of all places. Anyway, moving on. Time for fight number 6 of the eve. Here we go. This is going to see Carlos Burrito taking on a man I really want to see more fights from, Mikhail Iluchin. I know I'm not pronouncing his name probably exactly right, but that's okay. Mikhail was from Russia. He's 29 years old here, and his record was 11-1. Carlos, who we'll see in just a moment, he's from Brazil, and he was 27 years old, and he was making his MMA debut here at this fight at Universal Vale Tudo 1. Mikhail, he's a Russian badass. He debuted at International Absolute Fighting Council's first MMA event, which was called the Eurasian Championship, and that was held in July of 1995. It was a 32-man tournament, which Mikhail would win it all with 5 victories in one night. Wow, he beat a bunch of Russians in that night, and that's no small feat. I mean, I'm sure Russia produces a lot of street fighting badasses, just hard-nosed tough guys. For Mikhail, continue on here. He would then go on to the proper first numbered event for IAFC, and that was later in November of 95. He would again take part in a 32-man tournament, one that also saw Igor Vovchanchyn and Ricardo Morais take part in. Mikhail would hand Igor Vovchanchyn only his second loss that night in the tournament, and Mikhail would go all the way to the finals to face Ricardo Morais, who would dispatch Mikhail with a rear naked choke after 9 minutes. It should be noted for Igor that after his loss to Mikhail, he would not suffer another loss until he lost to Mark Coleman at Pride 2000 Grand Prix of May of 2000. That's over 4 years of being undefeated, with 36 fights coming in that time. Anyway, just before UVF here, Mikhail had beaten Wataru Sakata at Ring's Budokan Hall 1996 in January. And since this is Carlos's debut fight, I don't have anything for him. Sorry, fight fans. Mikhail goes in. Whoa, they're grappling. Long legs from Burrito here. Mikhail, he's holding on to the ropes. That cheating fuck. Okay, you're going to help him get off the ropes there, ref? You don't even want him leaning on the ropes? Okay, he just goes down into guard. And Burrito, with his long limbs, he could probably get a body triangle from the bottom here easily. Wow. Either Mikhail here is like really compact and stout. Kind of looks, I would say, like an Igor Vovchanchyn body. Maybe not as big of legs, but definitely a compact, compressed body here. So it would probably be. I'm thinking Burrito's legs look really long here, but it's probably because Mikhail is just kind of short and stubby. Burrito working some strikes from the bottom here. Mikhail is just sort of grinding, lowering his head into Burrito's chest here. Sort of a lay and pray. Just kind of hiding his head. And he doesn't have a whole lot of output here. Oh, he tries to maybe get off a strike. Move your leg, ref! Thank you for a different camera angle. Upside down heel kicks from Burrito, maybe I've been seeing sporadically. Yeah, there we go. Don't you know the Gracies are the, I was going to say William Shakespeare's. Don't you know the Gracies are the Columbuses, the Christopher Columbuses of the upside down heel kick, as I'm quoting Boss Rutan there, from Pride 4, maybe? The Columbuses. Anyway, Mikhail's really pale. His deep blue trunks. He's getting maybe kind of getting his head a little cranked there. I don't see Burrito getting a choke from the top here unless he could get his head to the outside of the arm. Then he might be able to get an arm triangle, turn Mikhail over, jump out, get the side control, and then finish the choke. But right here, Mikhail, I think, is just looking to negate any of Burrito's offense, and he needs to put on some offense himself. What are you doing? Start punching him right to the ear, right there. It's open. Oh, he goes to the body. His fist was literally right there. You know, if you want to bust up somebody's ear, it doesn't take a lot of force. You know, the ear is really soft. You know, that's why guys usually get cauliflower ear, you know, pretty noticeable pretty quick, is when you're grinding against somebody's head or somebody is slapping you in the ear. The cartilage gets damaged, blood fills up into the damaged areas or whatever, and then it never goes away. Anyway. Yeah, Mikhail here is looking pretty shitty. I expected more out of him, considering that he was a legitimate badass, you know. He only lost to Ricardo Morais in the finals of a 32-man tournament. Only the second man to have beaten Igor Vovchanchyn, and would be only one of two men to have beaten Igor Vovchanchyn over 45 some odd fights. That's pretty impressive, you know, for Igor Vovchanchyn especially. You know, to have pretty much gone undefeated for 4 years, and it wasn't like Igor wasn't fighting. He had 36 fights over 4 years, so he was not like he was coddling his record like some people. Hicks and Gracie. Oh, excuse me. Did I say that? So Mikhail here's looking like a piece of shit. Burrito, what can he do? The guy's on top of him. He's trying to strike. He's getting sort of, like suffocated here. Not like literally suffocated, but metaphorically suffocated by Mikhail on top. But he's still trying to strike. Mikhail's not doing anything. He's punching the body, okay. He's punched the face. Punch him in the face. Hammer fists. Posture up. Okay, there you go. You're posturing up, but now he's wailing on you. Punch. There you go. That one didn't really get through though, but it was a good effort. You need more of that, Mikhail. Sit up. Don't just lay here. Who's he pointing at? Was Carlos? Oh, he's pointing again. Was he? Makembe Mutombo? That's a basketball player too. 5 minutes passed. Oh God! Come on! It's like I've been in a time warp. It's been 5 minutes already. Wow! And it's not that there was so much action that the time just flew by. I'm sure. I'm sure you felt those whole 5 minutes. That was a good strike to the upper thyroid area. Though it kind of missed the mark of his face. Mikhail, punch his face. Hammer fist. Oh, there you go. Headbutts. More headbutts. Where's Mark Kerr or Mark Coleman when you need him? Punch. Oh, there's a little chop and shot. Burrito here is going back. He had a body lock on. I seen it for a second. He kind of let go of it. What Burrito should do is wrist control probably Mikhail's left arm. All right. Push it down just enough, get your long-ass leg over his shoulder, and go for a triangle choke. But, and Carlos Burrito, he's a Gracie Jiu-Jitsu fighter. He'd been training out of Carlson Gracie's camp along with Wallid. Who is he? What is he doing? Who are you talking to? Who's over there? Is that Carlson Gracie giving you directions? Why aren't you listening to him? Okay, thumbs up. All right, you're gonna listen to him now. Mikhail hasn't. It's been about a minute. Mikhail hasn't thrown a single strike. Like literally, he's thrown maybe six strikes, and I'm not really counting those punches to the body. If you count those punches to the body, he probably has 12 for being on top for 6-7 minutes now. Burrito's beating him in the head. 3 minutes left in round one. Burrito has thrown about 50 to 60 strikes from the bottom. I didn't count them. I'm kind of just using educated sort of calculation here. Advanced mathematics for estimating the number of strikes. But Mikhail hasn't like done anything. What the fuck? So if I was judging this, I would give Mikhail, and I don't. Oh, sharp elbows to the back of the head. I don't know how the judging criteria goes, if it's the entirety of the fight or if it's round by round. Either way, Burrito's winning this fight by a slim margin because Mikhail got the takedown and he's been on top. Burrito hasn't really threatened with anything, but Burrito has thrown all the strikes. Mikhail hasn't thrown any strikes. Normally say, oh, it's a draw. Nah, I would say Burrito still, his output has been significant enough that I would make note that he's winning by a slim margin. Okay, Mikhail's doing something here. He's grabbing the back of the neck, trying to go for a neck crank. Come on, you can work a neck crank on an amateur or a rookie, but not on a Gracie Jiu-Jitsu trained grappler. Neck crank is not going to work on him. Neck crank might work on, someone like who's that fucking guy that fought Mark Coleman? Masaki Satake at the Grand Prix where he neck cranked him, maybe. I forget who it was. It was a Japanese guy. It was like, come on. Tapping out to a neck crank. Anyway. We're winding down the middle. Another shitty fight. God. Mikhail is a huge disappointment right now. Burrito's beating the fuck out of him. Mikhail, punch him. What is he falling back for? And, oh, that's pretty tight there. Yeah, oh, but Burrito breaks out of it. That was a nice little inverted heel hook. Get him out of the ropes, okay. Then the mad scramble, and we're right back here. Oh, God, you come on. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how much submission training Mikhail has, but okay, I got me on here. It was a pretty nice rolling, almost heel hook there, and like an inverted heel hook. It was on the back. Bell rings, end of round 1. I hope we don't have to suffer through. Is it raining outside? Why is that guy wearing a rain slicker inside? Does he have a phobia of rain, spontaneous rain at any point in time during the day, no matter if he's indoor or outdoors? So he's always wearing a rain slicker. He's deathly afraid of rain. So he has the rain slicker on 24 hours a day, because you never know when it might start raining. There's Burrito. Is that Carlson Gracie there in the black? It might be. He's got a fanny pack on. Fucking fairy. Mikhail, buddy's got a running suit on. He looks like one of them Chechens, you know, kind of the Asian-looking Russians. Is there a specific name for those ethnic Russians that are kind of Asian? Any Russians that are watching this? Most Russians that watch this channel, I think, are disgusted with me for talking shit on oh god, what's his fucking name? I'm bad with names. I'm bad at remembering names. It'll come to me in a minute. You know, the wrestler, the big Olympic wrestler, and he fought Akira Maeda. Anyway, round 2. Most Russians do not like Mikhail shoots for the legs. He's grabbing the ropes. Cheating fuck. Burrito gets double underhooks, works the top, takes the back. Mikhail's all tied up in the ropes. Oh, we're down to the bottom. This is not good for Mikhail. Burrito has his back. Alexander Karelin. I just remembered the guy's name, the wrestler's name. So yeah, I didn't really talk shit about Karelin. I talked shit about the fight. And it wasn't a real fight. Karelin versus Maeda. Karelin, however you say his fucking name. Burrito works to get Mount here. He's going for a rear naked choke, but nope, he decides to rethink that. He's gonna punch, he's gonna elbow, wait for something else to open up here. Anyway, it was a fake fight. Karelin versus Maeda was a fake fight. Russians refused to believe it. The majority of Russians that watched that video and decided to leave a comment, they refused to believe it was a fake fight, even though all the evidence was there. And they took offense over the fact that I called it a fake fight, that I kind of talked shit about the fight. I wasn't specifically talking shit about the great Alexander Karelin. I was just saying that it was a travesty and a shame that he took part in... Oh, nice elbows to the back of the head. He took part in that when he could have legitimately destroyed Maeda. Maeda was not a good MMA fighter. He had shoot style, shoot wrestling training. The guy was a fucking retard. I'm not a fan of Akira Maeda. As he got a rear naked choke here, Lucan is gonna, he gets out of it, but he's gonna absorb more punches here. Yeah, this is not a good position for him because Burrito probably has a lot of training and experience on this position. His hooks aren't really in deep. They're kind of sticking out. But I think that's because his legs are just so long in comparison to... Oh, little baby headbutts. In comparison to Lucan here. And he could flatten him out. And then just being... Oh, he's going to open a cut on the back of that head. I can't believe elbows to the back of the head are illegal. That's insane. I mean, I think even if you're doing a no holds barred, bare fist, anything goes style, you don't want something dangerous that could legitimately hurt a guy and cause damage. That's not just temporary damage, you know, like a bruise or busted up eye or whatever. You know, I wonder how many concussions were endured by these early day fighters. He's got that under the chin deep. It might be over the chin actually, but he's still gonna tap, I think. So he survives that rear naked choke, and he's finally tapping out. I couldn't tell if that was under the chin or not. Probably mostly under the chin. I think a Lucan was just done. Here's the rain slicker guy getting in to go retrieve his fallen fire. There's Wallid Ismail. He's happy. He's excited. There's these fucking guys. I forget their names already. They're celebrating. Who's this hobo? Look at oh, he's got a fanny pack too, and he had Velcro sneakers. He had sweatpants and Velcro sneakers on. Oh, that was great. That guy. Show more of that guy. Okay. Anyway. We're already on to the next fight, but what would happen with our two fighters? Burrito would go on to UVF 2 right after this, beating John Dixon, confirmed tomato can with a holy shirt. Then he would go on to fight in the Mars event, that's martial arts reality super fighting, winning again against no one of note. Then he would be at UVF 6, which would be a tournament. Burrito would defeat 3 men that night, including Kevin Randleman in the final fight of the tournament, though that fight was not without some controversy. But that is a story for another day. After that, appearances in IVC, UFC, and more would come for Burrito. And then he would debut in Pride years later at Pride 6 in April of '99. As for Mikhail, he would have a long career, and he would take an interesting turn in his career after this, joining rings and being handed a series of defeats to the likes of Kiyoshi Tamura and Tsuyoshi Kosaka, but he would get back to his winning ways and even holds a victory over Randy Couture while in rings. I'll have much more on Mikhail later when he makes his one and only appearance in Pride at Pride 26. Bad to the bone. Way off in 2003. Quentin Rampage Jackson will be his opponent. Until then, Mikhail, we'll see you later. Time for Fight 5. The fighters are already in the fucking ring. I gotta hurry up. This one sees Hugo Duarte taking on Dieusulberto. I know I fucked up his first name. It's Dieuseul. How do you fucking say that? I don't know. Hugo Duarte was 27 years old. He's from Brazil, and his record here was 1-0. As for Berto, he's apparently from Florida, USA. He's 36 years old, and his record was 0-0. Diesel? Is it supposed to be Diesel? Fuck me. And fuck you. Fuck your parents, if that's your given name. Hugo Duarte! He is a luta livre practitioner. He made his MMA debut at the Universal Vale Tudo Challenge No. 2 in October of '95, defeating Marcelo Raul via submissions to strikes after 20 seconds. Wow, didn't think Hugo Duarte had that in him. He shoots in here. He grabs Diesel, takes him down. Berto Diesel, he is a man. That's all I know about him. He is a black man. Oh boy, Duarte's on top. He's in side control. This is not good for Berto. I don't think he has any training. Oh, Duarte fucks up though. Wow, he's always going for Kimura. That was a nice flip over there by Diesel. He's got a front choke here. Duarte, big lift and slam. Wow, Duarte is looking awesome. Famed whale collar, and somebody's busted open. I think it's Duarte. Wow. He's fucking gushing blood. Is it his right eye? His nose? Oh, he takes out his mouth guard and throws it out. That's probably not a good idea. It looks like he might be cut on the top of his head. He's like, fuck this mouth guard. Probably wasn't even like his mouth guard. It's probably just some random boil and bite mouth guard. He's going for a Kimura here. He's working for it. But Burrito looks like he's got strong arms. He's grabbing his dick to defend against it. Oh, but no. It's getting twisted now by Duarte. Get him, Hugo. Make him tap just like Mark Kerr. Oh, no. I'm thinking of the Pedro when Mark Kerr made Pedro scream. Oh, he's got that arm all twisted behind him, but Burrito's fighting this. Oh, did he tap out? Did he verbally submit? Burrito, the man, Diesel. He's done. Is that Shogun Hua? Or no, is that not Shogun Hua? Is that Machida? Kind of looks like Machida. Hugo looked awesome here. Wow. He's got a great body. He looked fucking fantastic. What happened to him? Why did he become such a pussy when he fought Mark Kerr? Awesome. His grappling looked good. Luta Libre is not known for their ground grappling, but he had some skills. Wow. I'm looking at Hugo Duarte in a new light here. He looks like a badass. I'm liking him, even though I know he would turn into a giant pussy. Anyway, what would happen to our two amazing fighters here? Hugo Duarte wouldn't have a very long career. He only had 9 fights in total, and hanging up his gloves professionally in 2000 with a record of 6-3. Hugo would never have a notable victory in his whole career, and his 3 losses were to Tank Abbott at UFC 17 in May of 98, Mark Kerr at Pride 4 in October of 98, and then Dirty Bob Schreiber at Too Hot to Handle in March of 2000, which was his final fight. All 3 of those losses were due to TKO. As for Burrito, he would eventually appear in UFC right after this, UFC 10 in July of 96. He lost to Giza Kalman via TKO. Then it was just one more for Burrito. 5 years after that at the Dixie Rumble in November of 2001. Oh my god, I gotta get through this because this fucking mug, this Down syndrome face. Dixie Rumble in November of 2001. Burrito's lost there to Chris Keuk. And you know what? Burrito just wasn't cut out for MMA, and he instead chose to take up, that's right, LASIK eye surgery. Our final fight here, our main event, sees the Pedro, the one and only Pedro Otavio. He's going to be taking on Koji, the Koji, Fred Catal. The Pedro, he's 27 years old for this fight. He's from Brazil. Look at those strikes. He's got, he looks like a young Al Pacino. He's from Brazil, and his record for this fight was 1-1. And the swollen face of Koji Komazawa. You know what? I have a soft spot in my heart for Koji. I really do. Disgraced sumo wrestler. He just wanted people to like him. He wanted to entertain the fans and have the adulation of the crowd. Is that so wrong? Okay, he did some stupid things. He wasn't the best fighter, maybe not the best person, but you know what? He was a man. Koji, he's 32 years old here. He's from Nippon, and he's making his pro MMA debut. Pedro Otavio Medicue? Is that his full name? Koji's making his MMA debut. The Pedro, he follows the Luta Libre way of life. He made his MMA debut in 1995 at Defecio International Vale Tudo. That was in January of that year, and it appears to have been a tournament with the Pedro winning his first bout before losing his second bout to some Brazilian nobodies. As for Koji, he used to be a sumo wrestler, an unsuccessful sumo wrestler. He was kicked out of the sport after he injured the wife of some sumo coach or some shit like that. We're into the fight, round 1. Whoa, a little stiff Look at fucking Pedro. What the fuck are you doing? Why are you so scared? He's got little fucking stomping feet. Oh, Koji's muscling him around. Koji falls on top. This is, if you're the Pedro, you do not want to be here. He's in half guard, but I don't think Koji knows anything about advancing guard, so... Oh, he tries to step over for mount. That surprised me. I don't... Oh, little punch. Oh, wow. Koji. I didn't think Koji had it in him. I'm surprised when some of these early Japanese fighters, they fight and they actually throw punches. Because if you look at most of them, when they get on the ground, they shell up and they like turn off. And they don't do anything. They don't strike back. It's like they go to their safe space in their head. And they forget that they're in a fight. So I'm surprised Koji threw some strikes there. He should be doing more of that. But it doesn't look like he's going to be. He's just going to lay on top of the Pedro here. What's happening, ref? What are you doing? Koji might be trying to smother him here. I don't... Okay, what is that not legal? Ref, what the fuck is your problem? Can you not smother him? I wonder how Koji trained for this. If he trained on the ground, he's going for like a head smash, like just fucking a pain hold here. I don't think he could really submit him with this unless the Pedro is a pussy and he doesn't like feeling like pressure or pain. That's the only way you're gonna get him to tap out from that. You know, it's like the neck crank. Yeah, neck crank can't really put you unconscious. It can't break anything, but it hurts, you know. And if you're not used to that pain, you don't know how to deal with it or how you can get out of it, and the pain just sort of overrides you, you'll tap out. But you know, maybe you could have some damage if you had a really strong guy do a neck crank on you. But for the most part, a neck crank isn't going to do like much damage. It's going to hurt. It's going to be uncomfortable, and you might freak out from that. But you know, same with this. If the Pedro like started freaking out, he might tap. I see no way Pedro's going to get out from underneath Koji. Koji is probably 300 and some pounds. He's not a huge sumo guy. Definitely not like Emmanuel Yarbrough or some of the other sumo guys. But you know, a lot of Japanese sumos were like similar size to Koji here. They weren't like, you think of like a sumo wrestler, you think of like E Honda, you know, or you know, like Manny Yarbrough, except not black. More pale skin Asian, more pale skin Japanese. But when you think of a sumo wrestler, you think of that just rotund, giant, fat ass. Koji he's tall. What is he, like 6'4", maybe 6'5", and he's I'm gonna say this fucking word. He's thick, but he's not like, oh, you don't look at me and say, oh, he's like fucking Bam Bam Bigelow, obesely fat. So now Koji's just sort of crushing his forearm. Pedro's throwing strikes. Koji should be punching. Koji should fucking throw his giant ham roasts at his face. I mean, just lay a punch on him, Koji. You threw the punches. It looked great. Now he's in full guard. Boo. Punch him, Koji. Do it for Japan. What is the crowd getting excited for here? Koji's just like trying to smother him. It's not really doing much. Pedro's punching him in his giant head, but Koji's probably not really feeling those little punches because there's not a whole lot on him. It looks like there's a pretty good punch there. Who's bleeding? Is it Pedro? Because there's no way that Koji's getting blood on the rim of his shirt like that. The neck hole of his shirt. So it's got to be the Pedro? Really? Has he fucking got a cut on his cheek? Fucking Pedro. The faces he makes when he's exerting force, his excited face, is really bad. Uh, he looks so stupid. He's one of the stupidest motherfuckers I've ever seen. And I say that with much affection and love. I might talk shit, but it's coming from a place of love. Look at that. Wow, look at the fucking arms there of Katao, his triceps. Wow, I'm impressed. There's legitimate muscle there. Uh-oh, it's not good for Katao. There goes the Pedro. He's taking his back. Elbows. He doesn't want any more of those. He's tapping out. Oh my god, Koji. And he steps on his head. That motherfucker. That incites the crowd right there. He stepped on his head. Wow, Pedro, what a dick. You beat the guy, he tapped out, and you step on his head? Like, and it wasn't a mistake. He did that on purpose. That was fucked up. Ouch. If the Japanese were like the Brazilian people in these events, they would have fucking charged the ring. But the kind-hearted, pacifist Japanese just let it slide. So that's kind of an embarrassment. Fuck you, Pedro. Fuck you. Oh, and there's, what's his face? Baby blue eyes. Who fucking cares? That insulted me. That fight, not only the fight, but Pedro. It's like he beat the champion of the world. You fucking beat Koji Katao. He never fought in his life. He did sumo, you stupid fuck. Yeah, throw trash in there. Fuck you. You mother... I won't say it. I want to say it. And there goes the crowd. They're getting the fuck out of there. Oh boy. Put the shirt on. You're a fucking putz. God, you know what I was saying about talking shit about the Pedro coming from a place of love? Well, fuck you. I take that back. It's coming from a place of hate. Of vile... What are you doing? You fucking... Your Luta Libre guys were all victorious tonight. Yes, the Luta Libre guys. Anyway, there's that fucking sweater. I love it. Back to something positive. These two. He's still in the ring. Get the fuck out of the ring. It's over. Alright. Well, you know what? There's no reason to watch this to the fucking end because these guys are talking. I have no idea what they're saying. Pedro, you're a fucking... fuck you, Pedro. You fucking jack off. Why are these people shaking his hand? He just... I'd punch him. He probably would drop and fold like a chair. Anyway, fight fans, it's about time we wrap this up. So, what would become of our two fighters there? Our two amazing fighters in our main event. The Pedro would go on a tear after this, appearing at UVF 2, UVF 3, UVF 5, winning all his fights in them, including a small tournament victory at UVF 5. He almost won a second tournament at Freestyle de Belém 3, winning twice but losing in the finals. He also almost won the first International Vale Tudo Championship tournament, but lost to Gary Goodridge in the finals. Must watch. Go see my Classic MMA Revival on that one. And I guess the Pedro did win the IVC 3 tournament. This was right before he debuted in Pride, which was Pride 3 against Mark Kerr. The Pedro only fought in Brazil after that loss to Mark Kerr, fighting until 2001 and ending his career with a record of 19-8. As for Koji Katao, he would only have 3 fights in the entirety of his career, with one appearance in the UFC, a TKO/doctor stoppage to Mark Hall, and then one appearance in Pride, his widely believed fake fight and fake win against Nathan Jones at Pride 1. Koji then retired from fighting after that to pursue a career in, you guessed it, therapeutic massage. And that's it for our event. We get some filler here at the end. How would I rate this event? What did I think of Universal Vale Tudo Fighting number 1? I would score this on a scale of 1 to 10, a 4.5. It was a subpar event. It had its moments. I did get, for chuckle factor and laugh factor at some of the stupidness of the happenings. I got some laughs out of this, but the fighting really kind of sucked. It wasn't good, and so that's why even with the fact that I was entertained by that motherfucker right there, even though I was entertained at making fun of it, the fighting really was terrible. Fuck you, Pedro. Go back to fucking Brazil. I'm not talking shit about Brazilians. I want to fucking piss off the Brazilians. I just don't like the Pedro. So yeah, 4.5 out of 5 out of 10. 4.5 out of 5. No, 4.5 out of 10. It's below subpar. So what did you think of this event? Did you rate it as low as I did? Did you rate it higher than me? What was your favorite fight? Let me know in a comment below. I really appreciate all the support. Our channel will only continue with you guys, the fans. But for now, there'll be more classic MMA revivals coming soon. Hey, it's a Toyo Suyama that gets special thanks. Tiger Mask. That's nice. There'll be more classic MMA revival coming very soon. We have some stuff in the works. So stay tuned for that. And then eventually, pretty soon here, we're going to start the next Pride Resurrection. Working on it, at least. But for now, I must bid you adieu, fight fans. I am the most dangerous man alive today, wishing you goodbye, good luck, and we'll sniff you fucking jerks later.